Welcome back. This is April 22nd at Earth Day at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. We're just going around the room here and talking to the people that have exhibits here, talking to them about what they do and what they do, how it helps the environment. So we got some interesting person here. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and you're kind of on an internship, and tell us a little bit about that. I'm really excited to hear it, and I'm going to see the great recycling display we've got behind you.
Hi, so my name is Lisa. I'm a Minnesota Green Corps member. So Green Corps is part of the AmeriCorps program, and I'm with the Waste Reduction Recycling. So I will be here from this past August to this September. So I work with Becker County at the transfer station. I work on the waste diversion program, which you can see here a little bit. We divert good and reusable items that people no longer need, and we sell them for a reduced rate.
Oh yeah, now you can go out there and you can buy stuff instead of just throwing it all in the dump. So that's fantastic. And I haven't gone out there and seen this stuff before, but maybe I see a great display here. And Sandy, can you add a couple things and a little bit more about what's coming up?
Absolutely. So there's lots of exciting things happening on the Becker County Solid Waste Campus. So we have, of course, recycling and transfer station with the material recovery facility. We do all the recycling. We do the transportation of solid waste, collection and transportation of solid waste. We have the new reuse program, which waste diversion plus reuse, and the paint reuse. And then coming up in 2022, we have a new building that's being built, or actually addition to our old material recovery facility, and it's not really that old, it's only 4 years old, but where we'll be deconstructing mattresses. Yeah, so mattress recycling, that's pretty exciting. There's not very many places in the state of Minnesota that do that. So we'll be doing that by fall or early winter.
Well, and I heard, Sandy, that Becker County is doing phenomenal in terms of recycling. So that is just great. People are jumping on board and recycling, and that's what it's all about. Let's do our little bit now so we don't have to make major changes in 15, 20 years. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, here we got the Becker Soil and Water Conservation District, and they do a lot of things in our county, and I guess I've used it myself at our lake place. We did the core log, so we have a couple representatives here with things people can get. You can tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So I'm with the Becker Soil and Water Conservation District. My role over there, I work with a lot of the federal, the NRCS programs. So I do a lot of Farm Bill programs. We're talking CRP, we're talking EQIP. Whether we're retiring farmland that might not produce very well anymore, getting some perennial cover onto it, or we're maybe doing some practices to make the farmland more productive while conserving the soil, the water, kind of preventing the erosion from happening, reducing inputs, and still maintaining our crop yields. So that's a big part of what I do, but the Soil and Water Conservation District does a little bit of everything. We're conservation. So anything soil conservation, water conservation, we do a lot of vegetative management. We'll recommend what you can do to manage the vegetation on your land, whether it's a prairie or a forest or anything like that. Like you touched on, shoreline management, and I'll let Brandon talk about that as well. We house the AIS inspector, for the county, so he does everything to manage AIS and keep people aware of AIS and slow the spread. We house the county ag inspector, and she manages terrestrial weeds, so weeds in your crop field, noxious weeds, that kind of stuff. She'll give recommendations and manage that, gravel pits and all that. So.
Well, thank you. And then Brandon, tell us a little bit more about the more you guys do. You guys do a lot over there in the office, so tell us a little bit more about what you guys do.
All right. Well, my name is Brandon Daring. Like Adam said, I work for the Soil and Water Office. I deal mainly with the shoreline restoration program. Like you said, and one thing, we have over 30 different programs, that we do with our office. We kind of have a really untapped resource for the county. We provide a lot of technical assistance and even financial assistance on some of the programs. Anything from the CREP program. We have our native plant kit sales. We have our tree sales every year. Native seed mixes. Right now, we still have a few trees left different species, but it's kind of dwindling. Kind of the main thing that we're pushing right now is our apple trees. Like Adam said, we got a lot of different things in our office that we provide and help out with the community. So,
Well, thank you, Brandon. And yeah, you guys do a lot of stuff, and I've done the trees myself too and planted them. And boy, if we can do anything for the future, plant a tree. So, thank you guys. Thank you for coming. We have the Pelican River Watershed. So, one of the volunteers, or you work for them, right? Yes, okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how the Pelican River Watershed helps us in the community and helps our environment.
Well, I am Brenda. I'm the senior office coordinator there. I have been with the watershed for 9 years now. Our charge is, of course, water quality. One of our main purposes or goals here, we do a lot of extensive monitoring throughout the summer months. And we are checking, for phosphorus and sediment and things like that to make sure that there's no big flushes of anything coming into our area. And if there are those, if we find that, that's cause for us to dig a little deeper and see what's going on. We also are the agency that worked a lot with handling the flowering rush in our lakes. When that took off in 2010, it was our administrator who worked really hard to find a researcher to study the plant, how it grows, and how it can be taken out, basically.
Well, thank you. That's great. I know you guys do a lot in monitoring the water here in Becker County. So thank you guys all for coming. This is Scott Sonstegard, and this is the Master Gardener, Becker County Master Gardener program. We're Master Gardeners. We're all volunteers. If you want to become part of our program, get a hold of the County Extension Office and become a Master Gardener, or get involved in one of these other organizations that you saw today and volunteer with them. Let's all together help the environment. Thank you for watching.